In the tiny Welsh village of Llangernyw is a church called St.Digains. The church is built on an even more ancient pagan site, and within the ancient churchyard grows a survivor from those ancient times. It is one of the oldest yew trees in the world, and is believed to be about 4,500 years old, and would have begun its life in the prehistoric Bronze Age. The Druidic culture held the yew as a sacred tree, which symbolized death and resurrection. Its poisonous nature no doubt contributed to these connections. It was often planted in graveyards because the roots were believed to grow through the eyes of the dead to hold them in place. The people of Llangernyw will tell you that an ancient spirit lives within this yew tree. It is known as Yr Angelystor, in English, the recording angel. Legend says that every year at Halloween and July the 31st, it appears at midnight in front of the church altar and slowly announces the names of the village parishioners who will die in the forthcoming year. The story is told of the young village tailor Sean ap Roberts, who on Halloween, very drunk in the village pub, ridiculed the legend of Yr Angelystor. His drinking pals challenged him to prove it by sitting in the church and waiting for midnight. Full of Dutch courage, he agreed. As he sat there, alone in the dark, and midnight struck, he did indeed hear a roll call of names, but the only one that registered in his shocked brain was the first name, Sean ap Roberts. He was said to have run from the church screaming, "Hold, hold, I am not ready." Within the year, this fit young man was dead. A more contemporary account comes from a local boy called Rhys Davies. His aunt was a cleaner at the church during the 1960s. And whilst in the church late one night, she heard a voice speaking Welsh, saying, "These I name will soon be dead. Bydd y rhain a enwaf yn farw cyn bo hir. Bydd y rhain a enwaf yn farw cyn bo hir." Realizing what she was hearing, she thrust her fingers in her ears and ran for the door. She got there and realized it was bolted. As she removed her fingers to unbolt the door, she heard a name she knew well. Veronica Davies, her sister. Veronica Davies, a young woman in the best of health, died just a few weeks later of a massive brain hemorrhage. So, if you are ever passing through the tiny village of Llangernyw at that time of year, be sure to avoid the church of St.Digains and Yr Angelystor. Who knows what you might hear.